What's up, you wild tigers? Out here walking my dog Cassie. Today, hero is the one and only The Dark Knight. You can't go wrong with Batman. He's my favorite hero. And it's in honor of Justice League. I'm watching it tonight, 7 o'clock. Gonna get in on that. Hopefully it's awesome. I heard it's been actually pretty good. Not the best, but it's been pretty good, so hoping for the best, especially for friend Michael. He's been wanting the best DC movie since Batman vs Superman. He hated that one, so let's hope this one lives up to the standards. But Batman is iconic to me in so many ways. He, to us all, is probably the hero that we strive to be as a humanity. He's just a regular average guy, average Joe. He has no superpowers, nothing supernatural, except he trained for years and years and years, which anybody can do. He studied and learned everything that you should know to become a detective, and he never gives up. That sounds like a successful person to me, or some Olympic athlete, or somebody who just never gives up even in the face of pain. And he uses that to motivate him, like his parents' deaths. He is Batman because of them. If that never happened to him, he probably would have never become Batman. That shows that our scars, our pains, our psychological problems can make or break who we are. We become a hero within. What's powerful about Batman and lessons we can learn is that not just him, but all his criminals have some type of deep psychological problem. Mental order disorders, psychological problems that go so deep, you don't even know. Like, you would think the reason Batman isn't a vigilante or evil is because he has one rule, is that he will not kill. And it's not just, oh, he's a morally good person. It goes so far that if he decides to one day take one guy down, who says he can't take the next person and kill the next person? And then he becomes the person he's been fighting against this whole time. And it's the same with us in our lives. If we don't adhere to our own rules, we become the villains. We become the person we never wanted to be. And it's an awesome quote from The Dark Knight. It's either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. We must never become the villain. And that's why he has rules, that one rule. And he'll never break it, because that's who he is. That's why me and Michael didn't like Batman vs Superman, because that Batman was broken. Not broken, but he gave up on who he is. Any person, yeah, but we're talking about Batman. And Batman, just like all the other heroes, like Superman has invincibility, Batman is his mind. He can't be broken. And if he is, it's not this whole, I'm going to start letting people die or let the world go down into darkness. Or it's, I'm going to have a problem today, we're going to have to fix it, and the world's going to go insane, like in Batman Arkham Knight. And the Joker tries to take over his mind, and he goes, I am the night, I am vengeance, I am Batman. You can't break Batman. You could try, and you're going to succeed to an extent. But he's always going to come back on top, because that's what he's created. That's what Batman is. He takes his psychological problems and says, I use this as my fuel. And you rise. Why do we fall? So that we can learn to pick ourselves back up. That is Batman. He's always falling, but he's always getting back up. That's why he's serious. That's why he's intense. That's why he's afraid to lose the people he cares about, like Robin and Batgirl and all those people and Alfred. And sometimes he loses the joy in life, and sometimes he you know, he's a sad person. He's gone through hell, but he keeps showing up every day, doing the right thing, saving the world. And what else makes Batman probably one of the best heroes in the world? Is he plans for everything, just in case. Oh, you're gonna take over the world? I already planned on you doing that, so I have plans to stop you. Oh, you're gonna try to kill me and you're invincible and I can't stop you? Well, I got kryptonite, so it's not gonna happen. Oh, you planning for this? Isn't that happen? Well, I have this. Or you trying to kill me while I'm unconscious? My suit has protections against that. Or he little things, and it's insane. And you think, oh, that's impossible. I go, no, it's not impossible. You can do anything as long as you work hard, train, have the grit, mentality that you have to do this. And again, you can train yourself to do that. You can become that. But most of that comes from trauma, from hardships, from being in through hell. Hell creates either devils or warriors who cannot be broken. I feel that is this life right there. Either can break you or make you. And people who are broken, it's sad to see them either go to the dark side or become evil, or just lost. Or you have the people who come out of it like a light, and like Hercules when he goes into the pit and comes out. This force of nature, this creature of the night that can't be broken. And it's the end of the Dark Knight when they go, we're gonna have to chase him because he's not the hero that we deserve, but the one that we need. And so he's gonna take all of it, the pain, the trauma, the battles. Because he's not a hero, he's not the White Knight, he's not this superhero god like Superman. He's the Dark Knight. He's a watchful protector. That is the Batman. And that's why I love Batman. Because he just does what's right, no matter what happens, and no matter how long it takes. And he'll do it time in, day after day, because it's who he is. He is the Batman forever. And the world without Batman is a world lost. And a Batman, it's a symbol, it's an idea that no matter what happens, people can take the mantle and make this city, this world, this place better. They can rise from the ashes. They can use their pain, their worry, their suffering, their psychological problems, their insecurities, and become something larger than that. You can become a god among men and yet have nothing, no powers, and because of no powers, no weaknesses. Batman in itself went from simply a man, a boy afraid, lost, afraid of bats, scared of almost anything, and became one of the most amazing heroes in the world. He became a god. He wasn't born a god, he wasn't made a god, he created it himself. And I believe that goes into the line of anything else in the world. No matter what you've been through, no matter what is around you, you can become a god. A man among men who, with hard work, knowledge, practice, will, can become a superhero. He's basically a man who said, I want to be a superhero, and I'm going to become one. That's it. It's amazing. It's powerful. Now, what else is really important about the Batman character, at least in my eyes, and it really has to do with the Dark Knight movies and even the Arkham games and the comic books, but mainly the movies and the games, is that Batman, he literally is like darkness within us, and it's the darkness within us is the size to save the world. So let's take for instance the Scarecrow in Arkham Knight. He uses his fear toxin on Batman to see Batman's worst fears. And the funny thing is, in doing that, releases Joker's fears, and then in that Batman becomes Batman. And what I love about that is you can't scare the Batman. You can't. You can put him through hell. You can kill him. You can try to strike him down, and maybe other heroes and people will become corrupted. But he just goes and looks at you and says, "Is that the best you got? Because I'm Batman. I've been through hell. I was born in this darkness." I went into it and I said no. And like the Bane quote in The Dark Knight Rises, he merely adopted the dark. He adopted the dark. He wasn't born into it. But he went into it. He said there was a hell. It was hell. And he walked in. He dropped in. And he said, I will come out alive. Stronger. Better. That's it. That's Batman. He's basically a hero that stepped into hell, walked out, and says, I will save the world because I've seen its evil. I believe the heroes that are the strongest are the ones that have the darkest past, seen darkness, seen hell, and says, I stand against it. And that's why I like Batman over Superman, because Superman's all good and stuff, and he's like the Boy Scout. And he's never really been through hell. He's got bad stuff, but the Batman lore is darkness. The Joker killing people. When you learn about like the stuff that Batman sees, it's insane. Like the comic book where Batman, the Joker cuts off his face and puts on like that stuff would drive someone mad, but Batman just keep going. It's like he's like, I expect this. And a lot of people would go mad, and normally the Killing Joke where Joker tries to, you know, show Commissioner Gordon intense scenes of his daughter, and Batman goes through this and just keeps fighting, and he even tries to talk with Joker, saying we should you know, work this out, stop this game. And Joker says a joke. He talks about there's two prisoners, and they're, you know, escaping prison, and they get to the rooftop, and they can't cross. And so that's it. He goes, I'll, you know, beam the flashlight over, and you walk over. And the guy goes, are you crazy? When I get halfway, you're going to turn off the light. But the funny thing about that is that you can't walk over a beam of light. It's not possible. So the relationship that he tried to build is just not possible, unstable. It's not there. And that's the path. There's the darkness, the path that you walk on when you go through evil, when you let your temptations get you. You know, evil, darkness, guilt, pain. You use it for evil. You become the Joker, but if you're Batman, you become good. And there's no walking back onto one side unless you. They can't be. They're both extremes on one path. Unless Batman were to break his rule, he would start walking down that path. But there is no middle ground. If Batman kills someone, he can't become as good and as bad. He's walking down that light bulb, the light flashing. It's over. Joker would turn off the light, and then Batman would become exactly what Joker wanted. An evil lunatic in a costume who says he's protecting people, but really just killing everyone. Batman is the thin line we all walk. He is the hope that even in darkest times, even in the pain and hell, let me give you something. And another lesson about Batman and this whole idea of what Batman is, and people think he has no emotion and no heart and no, is that Batman is just a man with no purpose. One day says, my parents died. I want to make sure nobody loses their parents with a punk with a gun. Okay? I don't know what's no more noble than that. To try to save everyone else because you lost them. To become a hero. And then to become a god. You can hate, you can love Batman, you can say he's a man in a costume, and he is. And that's why we love him, because he's us. He's a man in a costume. But a man who's prepared, a man who's smart. Again, it's brain over bronze. You could be the most powerful person in the world, but if you know how to stop it, you win. It's chess. It's the game of life. Batman's just a proponent of being smart, and he's strong. So yeah, always be Batman. Done.